Hoses. No puddles on the ground. No dripping fluids on the underside of engine or transmission. All hoses are in good condition, no leaks. Coolant level. Inspect coolant reserve or sight glass. If engine is not hot, remove the radiator cap and check for visible coolant level. Water pump. Gear driven. Operating properly. No damage or leaks. Mounted securely. Oil level. Indicate oil dipstick location. Oil is within safe operating range and above refill mark. Alternator. Belt driven. Up to 3/4 inch play at the center of belt. No cracks or frays. Operating properly. No damage. Mounted securely. Power steering fluid. Indicate power steering reserve and fluid dipstick location. Fluid is at an adequate and proper level, above refill mark. Power steering hoses. No fluid leaks or damage to the hoses or couplings. Power steering pump. Gear driven, operating properly, no damage or leaks, and mounted securely. Steering box and hoses. Securely mounted or mounted securely, not leaking, no missing nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. No fluid leaks or damage to the power steering hose or couplings. Power steering linkage. Arm links and rods not worn or cracked. Joints and sockets not worn or loose. No missing nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. Air compressor. Gear driven, operating properly. No damage or leaks, and mounted securely. Leaf springs. Not missing, shift, cracked, or broken. Torque arms. Not damaged and are mounted securely. Air rod suspensions. No damage or leaks. Spring hangers. Not cracked or broken, secured to the vehicle's frame. Bushings. Not missing or damaged and secured to the vehicle's frame. U-bolts. Not broken, loose, or missing and secured to the vehicle's frame and axles. Shock absorbers. Secure, no leaks, mounted to the vehicle's frame. Shock absorbers. Secure, no leaks, mounted to the vehicle's frame. Slack adjusters. No broken, loose, or missing parts. Push rods. Should move no more than 1 inch with brakes released when pulled by hand. Brake chambers. Not leaking, cracked, or dented and mounted securely. Brake hoses, lines, and couplings are not cracked, worn, or leaking. Drum brake. No cracks, dents, holes, loose, or missing bolts. No contaminants such as debris, oil, or grease. Brake linings should not be worn dangerously thin. Rims are not damaged or bent, are not showing signs of welding repairs. Tread depth should be a minimum of 4 and 32 on steering axles and 2 and 32 on all other tires. Tire conditions. Tread is evenly worn, no cuts or other damage to tread or sidewalls. Valve caps and stems are not missing, broken, or damaged. Tire inflation. Using a tire gauge, check that the PSI is 90 through 100. Hub oil seals and axles are not leaking. The oil level is adequate. If available, check the hub oil sight glass. Lug nuts and bolts. Present, free of cracks, distortions. No signs of looseness such as rust trails or shiny threads. Bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. Spacers are bud spacing, not bent, damaged, or rusted through. Spacing evenly centered. Tires evenly separated. Splash guards, mud flaps, not damaged and are mounted securely. Wipers. Wiper arms and blades are secure, not damaged, and operating smoothly. Clearance lights are red on the rear, amber elsewhere. Headlights, high and low beams, tail lights, backing lights, turn signals, four-way flasher, brake lights, and red reflectors on rear and amber reflectors elsewhere. Reflector tape and red and white, clean and functional. Windshield are clean, no damage, no obstruction, and no illegal stickers. Doors are not damaged, open and closed properly. Hinges are secure and with seals intact. Mirrors are clean, properly adjusted. Mirror brackets are not damaged, mounted securely with no loose fittings. Fuel tank and straps. Tanks and straps are securely mounted. Straps are not loose. The rubber lining is in place. Tanks are not damaged. There are no leaks from the tanks or the fuel lines. Fuel tank caps are tight and secure. Drive shaft, not bent or cracked. Couplings are secure and free of foreign objects. Exhaust systems, there are no damage or signs of leaks such as rust or carbon soot. The exhaust system is connected tightly and mounted securely. Frame, no cracks, no broken welds, no damage to holes, no longitudinal frames or cross members. Air and electrical lines. Air lines, no air leaks. Electrical lines are not cut, shaved, spliced, or worn. Steel braid is not showing through. It is not tangled, pinched, or dragging against any tractor parts. Catwalk and steps are solid, clear of objects, and securely mounted. Mounting bolts. There are no loose or missing mounting brackets, clamps, bolts, or nuts. Locking jaws. Fully closed around the kingpin. Fifth wheel, skid plate, properly lubricated, securely mounted to the platform frame. Bolts and pins are secure and not missing. Locking pins. Locking pins are engaged. Locking pins are fully engaged. Fifth wheel is in position so the tractor frame will not strike the landing gear or the tractor. Platform. Check for cracks and breaks in the platform structure which supports the fifth wheel skid plate. Release arms. Make sure the release arm is in engaged position and safety latch is in place. The kingpin, the apron, and the gap. The kingpin is not bent. The apron is not bent, cracked, or broken. There is no gap between the fifth wheel skid plate or the trailer apron. Air and electrical connections. Air connectors and rubber seals are in good condition. Glad hands are locked in place, free of damage or air leaks. Electrical plugs is firmly seated and locked in place. Blue line is for service. Red line is for emergency. Green line is for electrical. Header board. Check front area of enclosed trailer for signs of damage such as cracks, bulges, or holes. Landing gear is fully raised, no missing parts. Crank handle is secure and support frame is not damaged. Door ties and door lips. Doors are not damaged. Check that doors open and close and latch properly. Rubber seals are intact. Check that the ties and chains or lips are secure. The frame. The frame should have no cracks, broken welds, holes, or other damage to the frame or cross member. Trailer tandem release arm and locking pins. If equipped, make sure that the release arm is secure and that the locking pins are locked in place. And that completes my pre-trip inspection.